Hey, still Heather. Definitely still an alcoholic. And it's been a while. And I got this thing that guides me. Insides. More. And then this is where this comes on. And first I have hard words. And I think that's obvious. That it is really hard to form words and find the right ones. Because when I say, well, let me rephrase that. When I think about the words, I would say that's where the whole cunning, baffling, powerful part comes like roaring in and tells me that the crazyism stuff. So, since I can't figure out, I thought the best way that I could explain where I've been and why I've been gone and all of that is by getting back to the basics of what it used to be like, what happened, and what it's like now. So, what it used to be like. What it used to be like was, hold on. What it used to be like is I'm so scared that I had to close the door even though I don't actually have to fucking close the door right now. That's what it's like. Complete and utter privacy right now. But I'm still not there. Don't believe in it. So, what it used to be like. It used to be like was scary as fuck and insane and indescribable and no. Going August 1st, until like, what was it? I think it was mid-November, we'll say, and I don't know. All I know is I told my soul, you have to be out of here by Thanksgiving. Like, you can't. You can't be here. And I knew that I wouldn't be. I did not know how. I did not have a clue. I could not give you an answer on like how that happens. All I knew is that it was going to happen. And the only fear that I had is that it would not happen. Except I felt so secure one day at a time that it was happening and it was going to happen and that I would be okay. Don't know what it would look like. Not saying to be great. When push comes to shove, I'll be okay. And I was in this box, and so many times it was like stifling, literally, and couldn't breathe, couldn't function. In the end, it was like an ice box, and the cats who are so weathered and warm, like I couldn't even pet the cats because their fur was so cold. Like, I got out a space heater for my cats because I could put on more layers for myself, but I didn't know what more to do for them. That one in particular, which I'm really sorry, that's bad. I was doing all right, but Coda Bear, who, oh yeah, he's stretching. I don't know if you can see him in front of the pillow. Am I in the way? Is the chair in the way? I don't know. I have 2 black cats. This one's Batman. And the only responsibility that I have left that I have to tend to besides myself right now, but they are my lifeline, and getting them was definitely interesting and a fight that I was gonna die on, because I do have hills and I'm perfectly fine. I've stood on plenty of them and I'm still here, so I can recover. I wisely choose my hills, and shame, clearly fear. I had this weird thing where, it's not weird. Why am I fucking defending this? It's not weird at all. You can't be in an unsafe home environment where you're not even allowed to touch the doors. Not allowed to touch the doors. Not allowed to go anywhere unsupervised except for your space, which is where you have to stay all the time. So no, I'm not really that crazy, as a matter of fact, or weird or any of that stuff, because I've deconstructed that shit from my brain. And part of my disease tells me that I'm nuts. And that part of my disease is the part that made me not tell people. Because you can think I'm crazy. And I'm not gonna tell people because, well, who's more believable? Not that I am unbelievable at all, which, P.S., if you want to have a discussion with anyone ever, I'm gonna give you a couple pro tips. Stop asking entitled questions as if shit is easy. Why didn't you? Second you start that question, I have already started literally shaking and twitching in anger because I was in fear and you seem to think this is a simple conversation. Well, I believed you when you told me. You fucking know me, of course. Why didn't you call this thing now then? Why didn't you do this thing here? You act like I am ordering Like, I don't know, which bedspread should we get? Well, now that we have this new bedroom, what would we like to match it with? You shoulda. Oh, I shoulda, huh? I shoulda. Well, I'm really sorry. When you find yourself in my shoes and my circumstances, you tell me how it went for you so I can learn from you what I shoulda been doing during these circumstances. I'd love to know. Because clearly I was doing it all wrong. Obviously. You cannot be supportive and frustrated and angry at the same fucking time. It's not a thing. See, because you pour that out and tell me where you're helping. Because I love you. But can we just step back for a second and take a look at, like, whatever your frustration your lens is extremely different, and there's protection on yours. And I sound like an asshole. I'm not. I'm just trying to explain all the questions that have, like, stabbed my heart and shut me down and made me the whole reason I don't do this. The whole reason. Tell me, well, you know, with your mouth, you really gotta, you should. Why don't you? Well, what about? I don't understand. I know you don't. I'm really happy that you don't. It's kind of a struggle. So, and I don't like to speak ill of others, which is why there is a whole lot of vagueness if you have not noticed, because that's not who I am. So before, I used to feel like I had so much self-worth, and despite my secrets, I was still strong, and I was still serving, and I was still holding on. And at night is when I felt free, because it meant that once they went to bed, that, like, that was it for the night. It was over, and I could be free until I went to the bathroom in the morning. So I could hold it and hold it and hold it. And I've already had, like, most of my GI tract removed from medical stuff, and it's bad enough, but, like, it actually I'm laughing, but I'm not quite sure where that goes with it. But in any event, I gave my GI tract some PTSD. I already had some. Now it has more, because even peeing was something I couldn't do. I had to sing a song, and then it got so bad I had to just play music. Running the sink would be running water. I also can't turn the handles on the sink because it's too hard, so I just tapped, tap, tap. I did bilateral tapping to at least make something of it, because just turning the handles is too hard, too rough. So, yeah, peeing. I could not pee. And then everything else, I can't even pee, you know, do the math. No appetite, so you don't eat. It's nothing really to eliminate. Tuna's the diet anyway, because unless I can Amazon it, and then even that was that was some stuff. I tell you about my Rapunzel method, but not tonight, not here, not now. Just leave it as that is. And I'm still not done this by any means. I'm just not there. And by not being there, even though I'm displaced and hopping all over, this is a lovely layover. I have been gone for 2 weeks today. And this time last week, straight, okay, so it's 9 p.m. This time last week, I had been sitting, freezing, about to lose my principles around now. No, wait. Yeah. I think this is when my principles were about to slip. And then I did the next right thing, and but I was freezing for 2.5 hours, and right about now I was starting to think wise and do that really hard thing where I directly asked for help. And I live one day at a time. And that now is really beautiful because I don't have to freak for the long haul. Every little thing has just fallen into place. And it was this really beautiful thing because I got to see my son the night I got free. And I'd hugged him as soon as I'd seen him, but it was cold out and brief. And when we were inside and warm, he wanted a proper hug. And he's holding, I mean, yeah, he's holding tight, get it. But he said something about it being the first time we had hugged and all, you know, whatever. And I was thinking, let's see. And then I realized we hadn't seen each other and hugged each other in 3.5 months. But, and that was definitely like, because that wasn't a thing I saw since I was there. I saw him virtually only. But the thing is I felt so close to him that it didn't feel like it had been that long. And that was really amazing. So I thanked him for that. And in these 2 weeks, I spent a lot of time in service still while getting myself pivoted. And tomorrow I am going to go with a newcomer friend and my son, my oldest, and we are going to go back to the town my mama grew up in, the house and that my grandfather had built, and we're gonna go to a place down there that I grew up in and my mama grew up in, and Floors and all the kids have been to, and it's just a really great family generational spot. There's a traditional picture we have to take, so excited for that. But it'll probably be like the last nice day that we're gonna get here. By nice, that's very generous for the record. So, but like, that's what it's like now, is I'm displaced, I'm about to move again, not quite sure where, but I'm here talking to you, safe, doing okay. And if I can say all that with all this shit happening, yeah, hard words suck. Hard words suck because they have truth in them, and truth brings fear. But then we have fear and clarity. Or I just have freedom because I left it out somewhere, and just kind of a public let out. So it's like, bigness or not, it's still there. It's still going into the world. And anyone that knows me that would come across this, you know me. You know who I am. Thanks for letting me overshare. Miss you guys. Oh my God. Totally forgot from the top. All opinions and interpretations are solely those of the individual. That's you. I only speak for this alcoholic. Yeah, I think that'll do.